is kind of being focused around land tenure, more specifically rural land tenure, as a factor of regional integration. Because as we know, land as being a resource is equally, a factor of production, and also, a source of a kind of reuniting people together. In the sense that the efforts that would be concentrated in the management of the resources, that is the land and its other resources like the natural resources, trees, the wildlife, and so forth. Those are all issues that we need to address, and it's not only limited to at national level, but also looks at the transboundary issues. That being the case, this year's theme has been selected in such a way that, it will draw the attention of everyone within the region at a national level also, so that we see land issues, so that we would address land as an issue where we are seeing conflicts or the issues related to land rights, the problems related to security of land, so that at least people will discuss it in a way that we would put our ideas together and see how best we can forge the way forward in bringing about not only the regional integration, but of course integration at national level, so that issues are addressed in such a way that we will minimize conflicts. And that being the case, the ideal, the main objective of this program, for example, is to ensure that people are aware, to create that awareness, sensitize people on issues related to land tenure, rural land tenure for that matter, so that at least we would together, that's the more reason why we have people around from physical planning, forestry, and of course the farmers platform, and eventually we'll have issues around agriculture also. And more importantly, we should realize that there are so many stakeholders when it comes to land tenure issues. Because we cannot do it alone. People who own the land and others who will be supporting the implementation of whatever could be done on the land also matters. Here we look into the contribution of the NGOs, the interministerial governments, for example, SEALs as an example. We have other institutions, we are intergovernmental, even the international organizations, so that synergy will be there. That would create that force, so that we work together on the same platform, so that we move the force, so that at least land is being addressed in such a way that we will minimize those conflicts and address the issues related to land conflicts, land rights, and so forth. Eventually, looking at beyond the borders at national level, within the regions, we look at the transboundary resources, and eventually this is a way we think will bring about regional integration. More reason for the choice of this particular theme. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. We will later open the line. We shall later open the line so that our viewers would also participate in this panel discussion. Before moving to Mr. Kole, Mr. Danso, before you go, can you share again with our viewers how you intend to celebrate this day? In what forms are you celebrating this all-important day for this region?
Yeah, that's very important, Mr. Fati. Ideally, we have had 3 areas of that we have earmarked for the celebration of this particular day. That is the 26th SEALs Day. The first would have been, kind of providing the statement from the chairperson of the SEALs member countries. Currently is Idris Deby, His Excellency the President of Chad. He has provided at least a recorded version of his speech or message to all member countries. We've received this, unfortunately, very late this evening, and we will do our best to see how best that could be relayed, both on TV and radio, so that people will get the message right. This other part would be, like we are now doing, is organizing this panel discussion, which will be a phone-in, so that we will have that interaction with people. People's views will be kind of taken into consideration. Because the idea is to ensure that government also puts into perspectives the views of people, the people who matter, those stakeholders, so that at least eventually, the gaps that exist within the policies, the policy framework, could be better addressed. Of course, when we talk of the policy framework, it's not one sector. All the sectors that are stakeholders to this particular resource would come together and see how best we can put our policies together, in a way that it would be a kind of complete policy that would help address the problem. And the other aspect that we intend to do in form of celebrating it, maybe providing posters that would be available to sectors. It will distribute some of these things on the regional directors level, so that at least since they could be felt. Okay. And maybe I will be on the radio also, which is Wednesday, inshallah, God willing.
5 to 6?
5 to 6 on Wednesday. Okay. That will also be a live in a phone program on the radio. Okay. And I guess we will have the contribution of many people. And there we'll be talking more also in the local languages, so that we'll have the participation of the mass at large.
Bari olu be kachama kunna jang wole mo silis la lungote silis mo kafleti warante bankol lel kafta nyoma Gambia Guinea Conakry Guinea Bissau Senegal Mauritanie Cape Verde Chad anen Chad ngabe bankol ram wole kafta nyoma kanyin ka fonyi lot mo minna ja baketa non komando non ko anka bodak la banyame mu yeti ñaare bal sa banyi bankol to wolle kafta ñoma ka silul wala ñin kamala o kole alu civil no ñameng ñinan dum filentin ko tek wolu la sita sawo sang ni sebbe ma karot tan nim flo bam ñim bankol be kanyin lu tale ya kul jura beton kewmu yalla kol be Gambia la fanay na mombo kol kunna wala Mr Abdullah Dan Sote mo ya dem deputy permanent secretary ning anin kona silsila kola tele marto kola dan so janni bitala bawo tele be en kol kunna terenke afam baadi no le nyillu mun ya commande wat su ndron sa le ko ning dol fana kachano
ni ko kuma tele bi ñol lu parce que ni ngaje sils ni ko mo ala ululu o keta sanji jama ko ma sanji mo ni se woro la fon ni ko bari bien sils fon ya los abunda do ni sawo mina wala 1973 de bari sanji tan ni sabo kola ina taje ko batun ngane de nano ngala ko kidimandi ngala kidimandi nyaabe kala nyaadi le nga feyi tan di molla min satin no hakilo bulen kidimandi follow min keta 1986 wala mu kayten katu jamin ka fotendi ay tiñaari baale kenu katu fi fongol tiñata konko warta bitum bari o sey kidimandi follow ñi nekk pour ñi kama ngay tan ñola ko Sahel yanol mol min be Sahel hana a yirul ana fengol be kono fengol ye alay ma ko le pour ñin kama isi fang manan kunno pour ñin kama wo man toro min laate kan isa itandi fanna ko hani bin salono sim flo lale na ko ke min tamita wala pour nga ñin ko lu nga tambala nin ko min bo lu la kono bi fana a ñongol ñindi bari munem bi tati kay tandi mo la ko amunta banko mi mobe sola kala anda fa warda amine mobe kay ñatiri wala so wo fana ngajira ko
bankol maranya so na sando
ani ngalo ko dulado dijeto bankolu kam hol fule bank sene bankolo ko mam salto bari watilom ite man sembo soto je na mario so na tala watu na akatale ani wo ka ngalo no ko aka nyo sabo na fe dulado to bitu wala tina sis ko nyina batu nga kuju ben se min jurano nyi lungo jurano minna pour que mol hakilo bulandi ko nyimu fenete mi yana ko mobe dem fengolo to nyanta do man na le ngaji be mobe se kunno je nyamina nga fam muna fanno je to yiro lombang wula kono da fe ngol lomba hadama di ngol si dula lomba o be tel no satare inte nyotora la batati tala je to bari wo kono fana saje ko nin kambe on sotraw kono o kambe on be tan danna banko da maka to fana o kambe on so sambano nyaar ko janni Senegal for example I mean yiro wulol mimbe ni tema o dafon mimbe ni tema kamole dafon man ta dulason yirol fana bo nyaale hani ni dimban mi ka bota dula kara dunda dula kara bota jana ta jana wol be bol akatale ni ngani kambe on sodo o kambe on kono be jinu marano ni ko mun dafta ni na fala baadi wole manika account
barka bake danso ngeni bala bake Mr. Kwalibito Ngalong, from the Director of Physical Planning. As I said, the line is now open, 437-5905. 437-5905. You can call and take part in this panel. But when also command rock and ole kala blanying kachanyin to, may along come always lokan jang mumbedending seals de la wolem mofin tijila banku la kafonyo la kanyin kafonyin lo may along ko